This year, the LCCM is teaming up with Greenwood Library to raise funds for both of our organizations on Love Your Longwood Day. Drawing on the talent of LCCM students, we will provide short musical performances and readings of stories and poems throughout the day in Greenwood Library and here at Weigel Hall.
Hello, my friends. I'm Brent Roberts, Dean of Greenwood Library here at Longwood University. And we are so excited to bring you this musical stories presentation that brings together a fusion of the magical music of the Longwood Center for Community Music and the magical stories available at Greenwood Library. We encourage you to visit love.longwood.edu and make a generous contribution to either the Longwood Center for Community Music or Greenwood Library on Love Your Longwood Day this year to help support our community outreach program. At Greenwood Library, we offer a wide array of community outreach programs, including genealogical and family history workshops, all the way to events focusing on authors, American history, and programs for children and young adults. Visit our website at library.longwood.edu or follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and now on Instagram to see what's coming soon at Greenwood Library.
The LCCM offers music lessons and classes for every age group and a variety of musical interests. And today we will be featuring some of that talent in action. Our first performer this afternoon is Nick. He will be playing a tone poem called David and Goliath, composed by David Waxman. Enjoy.
David was a young shepherd boy who lived in Bethlehem in ancient Israel. Brave as well as talented, he played the harp and wrote poetry. At that time, the army of the Philistines was engaged in a fierce battle to overtake the Israelites. The Philistine army was commanded by a giant of a man, Goliath, who was over 9 feet tall and who was protected in battle with thick, heavy armor. The two armies of the Philistines and the Israelites were amassed along 2 ridges overlooking a valley. From the Philistine side, Goliath issued a final challenge to the Israelites. Any of the Israelite soldiers, and whoever would kill the other would decide the battle between the 2 armies. But the Israelites were so frightened of Goliath that none would volunteer to fight him. At that very time, David, who had brought food from his father for his 3 brothers, who were soldiers in the army fighting against the Philistines, when he heard of Goliath's order, David offered himself as the challenger. Clad only in a goat skin and armed with only a pouch of 5 smooth brook stones and a sling, David advanced to the battle line where Goliath was waiting. Goliath lowered the visor protecting his forehead to get a better look at David, as he could not believe that the Israelites had sent a teenage boy to fight him. Enraged, Goliath moved in to kill David with his massive sword. But at that moment, David took one of his stones from his pouch and slung it with such force and accuracy that it hit Goliath directly above his eyes and felled him. When the Philistines saw that their leader was dead, they panicked and fled, and the Israelite army pursued them in triumph. Great rejoicing spread throughout the entire land, and David was declared a hero by Saul, the king. Now, enjoy the entire tone poem.
Our next performer is Landon. He will be playing a combination of two pieces. One is Steamboat Bill by Ron Shields and arranged by Samuel Stokes. The other is Knight Rupert, composed by Robert Schumann. He will explain the story behind these two pieces.
For my song, I combined Steamboat Bill and Knight Rupert, a very soft, happy tune and a dark and mysterious one. Steamboat Bill came out in 1928, a cartoon made by Walt Disney where Mickey Mouse drives a boat down the river. Then Pete, a bully dog, comes and throws Mickey out and takes the boat over. This is where Knight Rupert comes in and mood changes drastically. All seems lost, but then Mickey takes the boat back and continues on his journey, and I return back to Steamboat Bill.